from Washington is recognized.
Thank the gentleman for yielding. And Madam Speaker, I think most of the members here know that I had a 33-year career in law enforcement prior to coming to the House of Representatives a little over 9 years ago. And during that time, I lost good friends and partners in the line of duty. Shot, stabbed, and they left behind families, husbands and wives and children. And those are memories that stick with me, and I know the friends and partners I have in law enforcement forever. And the families never forget and never recover. And on this day that's been mentioned by my colleagues, on New Year's Day in the year 2012, Park Ranger Margaret Anderson responded to a call. I mean, her job usually is to guide folks to the park and show them the scenery and talk about the trailways and the flowers and the trees that are growing on Mount Rainier, educate the young children. But all of a sudden, she's called to duty to switch gears, to put her life on the line. And she showed up that day to block the road from this dangerous criminal who had already committed crimes in Seattle and was on the loose, and there was a manhunt was conducted trying to find this person before he hurt or injured or killed anyone else. Margaret Anderson served at Mount Rainier Park for about 4 years. She was the National Park Ranger for 12 years. Her husband was serving with her on that very same day. He heard the call go out, officer down, and then realized it was his wife. We go about our days here in Congress, and we sometimes forget the men and women who guard this Capitol, who guard our lives each and every day. And when we go home, those men and women in uniform are there protecting our families and our communities. And sometimes, Madam Speaker, they lose their life. Sometimes they put their life on the line, and sometimes they don't come home. In this case, Margaret Anderson did not come home. She left her husband and her 2 children to grieve. But she saved lives that day. That's what we do. And it is an honor for me to be here today with this piece of legislation, H.R. 1036, that honors a brave resident of Eatonville, Washington. It's a little town nestled right at the foot of Mount Rainier with only 3,000 people. So to name a post office after her, I think, would be a great honor, a great memorial, and it's one of the things that we can do where we can say, we will never forget. Thank you, Margaret, for your service. I yield back.